Good morning everyone, my name is Pooja Dwivedi. Welcome to my class. Today we shall know about Operation Ajay. What is the Operation Ajay and what records does India hold when it comes to evacuation operation? As I go through, I will also talk about India's evacuation policy and the importance of it in the international affairs. From the perspective of this examination, I take many classes on YouTube and specifically the PDFs are provided on my Telegram channel Pooja Dwivedi UPSC. You can join it. Other than this, if you have any queries regarding this examination, do talk to me on my Instagram, follow me on my threads. So Operation Ajay has been launched that is going to evacuate approximately 18,000 Indian citizens who are stranded in Israel due to the Hamas and Israel conflict. See, this conflict is not showing any signs of slowing down. That is why we are worried about our citizens and we are going to evacuate them. What we know so far as of yet is we are going to arrange special charter flights and the first batch of Indian citizens who are stranded there will come today. Also, we have to know that it will be done in a phase-wise manner. And it is very important to be in a cordial relationship with the country that our citizens are actually stranded in. And India shares a really good relationship with Israel. So from that perspective, India's international and bilateral relation, first, this is important. Other than this, it is important to bring our citizens back because the government has responsibility towards its citizens wherever they are stranded, even in space. And it is important to understand it from an international perspective. It will increase the goodwill. It has already increased the goodwill. It will also help India in getting its position strong if any country wants to coordinate in future operations like this. It will also show the prowess of India, how better and good relations it has with these different countries. For example, we did with Russia, so it was very easy for us to bring back our citizens from Ukraine. So these are the kind of things that you have to write in your mains examination specifically. So as you see that on X, formerly known as Twitter, Dr. S. Jaishankar said, launching Operation Ajay to facilitate the return from Israel of our citizens who wish to return. Of course, he has written, who wish to return. Special charter flights and other arrangements are being in place. He is also in touch with the UAE, so that more cooperation can take place. Notably, the Indian Embassy in Israel has already emailed the first lot of registered Indian citizens for the special flight on Thursday today, and messages to other registered people will follow for subsequent flights so that they can come in a batch-wise manner. The biggest challenge is safety concerns. And meanwhile in Delhi, around-the-clock control room has also been set up. A separate emergency helpline has been set up in Tel Aviv and Ramallah in Israel to monitor the situation in the war-torn regions. And the phone numbers of the control room in Delhi are given as follows. If you want to contact them, you can. Now, as I told you that India holds a stellar record of evacuation operations. Beautiful prelims question can be formed here. We have to consider the pairs. Name of the operation will be given or the year of operation. Name of the operation will be given and the related countries can be given. Okay, so you have to keep in mind, you have to remember the evacuation operations. So first we talk about the Kuwait airlift, of course, of 1990, where 100,000 Iraqi soldiers, they were armed with 700 tanks, they marched into Kuwait, and over 1,70,000 of those were Indian citizens. Those were airlifted. We also saw the movie Airlift by Akshay Kumar. For that very matter, this particular case was registered. And Operation Sukoon was in 2006. This is very important because it is also related to Israel. When during the military conflict that broke out between Israel and Lebanon, okay, now also we see that Hezbollah, which is a Shiite militant group in Lebanon, is also attacking Israel. That is why Operation Sukoon, you have to remember, 2006. Okay, Indians rescued all citizens, its stranded citizens, which is also known as the Beirut Sea Lift. It is also known as Beirut Sea Lift. Beirut is actually the capital of Lebanon. Okay, and it has been the largest naval rescue system. Okay, you have to also remember which forces were used, Navy or aircraft. These two, of course, are the major ones. We cannot bring them through army. So what happens that sometimes army will be sent for relief operations. But if we have to bring back our citizens, naval groups, that is in the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force, these are the most important. So this was a naval one. Okay. Also, if we talk about the next one, that is Operation Raha 2015. This was also a naval one. 2015, remember that. And when a conflict broke out between Houthi rebels and the government in Yemen, there was a tight air security. So we couldn't send aircrafts, but we brought back our citizens with the help of the Indian Navy. Moving on. Then we have Operation Maitri of 2015. This operation was conducted to bring back the stranded Indian citizens in Nepal during the Nepal earthquake. Then, of course, who can forget the Vande Bharat mission of 2020? When the world came to a standstill during the COVID-19 pandemic, India remained committed to its citizens, brought them back. Then we talk about Operation Devi Shakti of 2021. The collapse of the Afghani government and the coup that was undertaken by the Taliban, many of the Indian citizens were stranded, and we saw that disturbing visuals of people clinging on to the flying planes in order to leave the country. India remained committed to its citizens. We brought back our stranded Indian citizens. Then Operation Kaveri, more so importantly, in Sudan, when we saw that civilian conflict became so large that our citizens became stranded, we brought them back. Over 3,000 citizens were brought back from Sudan. Moving on, the next one is Operation Dost. This was in 2023, and this was to bring back stranded Indian citizens from Syria and Turkey after the two countries were hit badly by the 2023 earthquake. Okay, we also helped the citizens there irrespective of their nationality. So these are the certain things you had to know. Moving on, the P2I batches have been launched. Make sure that you take admission because 15th of October is the last date. These batches are English and Hindi. Another important fact of it, according to your own suitability, you can take a silver batch that is valid for 18 months. For gold, it's 30 months, and for platinum, it's 42 months. Not only you will be taught GS, but also CSAT, ethics, essay, general studies, everything will be covered. Prelims test series, mains test series. A StudyIQ campus program is there. That means if you are able to qualify the designated UPSC prelims, you will be called to the StudyIQ campus to prepare for the mains examination free of any extra cost. Silver costs 23,999, gold is 26,999, and platinum is 29,999. Make sure you use the code PDLive to get any sort of discount on any batch. Thank you so much for watching.